I think there's so much was happening when we're coming up with these ideas, and when I find out about this business itself, I didn't know anything about it. I'm Japanese, and this what is about the renting a family member? Why these people exist, and what are they doing? What kind of people who are helping, right? So for me, it was during the time of pandemic as well. So we were kind of in a place where it's unknown, and felt like isolation was just taking over our life, and we really wanted to come up with a story that a way we can bridge the people, connect the people together and bridge the gap, and just all of us together and just build this family, even though it's fake. So that was kind of the way we wanted to, give the story to the people who perhaps need the most. When you think about Brendan's character, Philip, just going on this journey and his discovery of who he is as a person through the connection that, through the people he meets, or through the connections that he discovers through this business. I think I just couldn't avoid to go through, starting from the vulnerability, just being who he is, really meeting all these people and just finding the life that he never expected to have, and that the joy he receives, and that I think that there's no way we can avoid that. It's human emotion. Everybody's just like, oh, there he is. Every character in this movie really invests, the relationship with Brendan's character, Philip. And I think we did something really special.
My character has a sort of complicated role in this film, where it's not so much that this is what she cares about, that she cares about really being there for people, because I think she has a background of people not being there for her when she needed them the most. So her mission is to be there for people who need her in whatever capacity. And I think that teaches us that, whatever you put out in the universe comes back to you. I think we see her, go through all of these hard things alone. But then, Philip, Brendan's character, shows up, and he is there for her, and he gives her the strength and the permission to sort of stand up for herself. So I think keep putting out, care and compassion into the world, and you will receive it, is what I think we can learn from her. Yeah.
When I first read the script, he was sort of a chameleon type, he can't really figure out who he is. He's a good guy or a bad guy, but eventually he's not without fault himself. He also is a sort of a victim, or he also suffers from loneliness himself. So I guess that I really sympathize or relate to. Yeah.
I can't say it enough. This film is a love letter to loneliness. It's addressed to anywhere, Tokyo. It's been written and signed and sealed with a cherry blossom kiss. It's a testament to the power of connection. And to see this unique story come to the screen finally, it just feels good knowing how many people are seeing this movie and walking away with something positive to say and feel about it long after the credits have rolled. Tokyo, like any metropolitan city, is a beehive of activity, and it seems there's an irony that it's possible to have such solitude and even an epidemic of loneliness among people. So that's why a rental family agency exists, to fill the need the clients have to make connection with one another on a level that's not superficial. Looking at screens is what we do so often now, and standing in for one another, even as a surrogacy or even as, a make-believe, is not so far-fetched when you consider the good that it does.
人間の普遍的な孤独を描いてると思うんですけど、その孤独の奥にあるなんか優しさ、温かさについて語ろうとしている映画だと思います。
I think this film is really about the unchanging human condition of loneliness, and it's a universal thing, but this film also goes beyond that into kindness and warmth, which is something I really loved.
ブレンダンとしか とにかく素晴らしい役者、ファンタスティック、とても楽しかったです、素晴らしい人柄、演技、奥行きのある、なんか深い人だなと、やっててとても楽しかった。
So Brendan was just really wonderful. He's a fantastic guy. It was really fun to work with him. He is wonderful as a person and as an actor. He has this incredible depth, so it was a really fun experience.
I felt that it's okay to be lonely. Like I said some interviews that I'm in a Japanese school, but my house is an international house, so the rules are a bit different from other kids, my friends' houses, so sometimes I feel a little distance from my friends, and I love them because they're my friends and they try to understand me and try to let me be in their group, but like some parts I feel a bit lonely. So I think from doing this movie or just reading the script that I felt the part that I understand how Mia feels or how this movie moves on.
I mean, it just feels like the number of transactional relationships that occur between people, between surrogates and the performer. There are so many emotions that are transferred between the two of them, and there are so many stories that are possible to tell. So it seemed like an interesting opportunity to explore loneliness in modern society, and we really wanted to engage in that. I mean, it's an absolute dream. I mean, Brendan himself is one of the kindest, most genuine men in the world. I mean, what you see is what you get with him. And then just the ensemble, I mean, one of the things that we dreamed about initially in developing the characters was that we'd end up with a cast like this. And this goes, you know, with the older actors, even with Mia. I mean, she's just an absolute dream. Shannon is fantastic and tough and feisty, and she's absolutely hypnotic on screen. And Akira, the older gentleman, is an absolute legend. So it's a wonderful experience for us.